Hello and welcome to the MLH Prep graduation. My name is Will and I am the program manager here at the MLH Prep program. And today we're going to be having a look at all of the incredible things that you've done over the past 3 weeks. Now, if you're new here, MLH Prep is a wonderful opportunity to learn how to collaborate in a team and learn the soft skills that you need to be successful in engineering. The prep program is split into 3 weeks, turned into 2 separate projects. To begin with, fellows work on a portfolio site where they are assigned to issues to try and improve it, add some of their own features and kind of stuff to it as well. And then they go from there into project in week 2 and 3. That project in week 2 and 3 is a really good opportunity for them to learn how to interact with APIs and other web technologies and use what they've learned from that in week 1, collaborating with 15 people and how to combine that all together to build a working web app. Now, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be having a look at all of the projects that our fellows have been doing. We're going to have a look to see what has been achieved over those last 3 weeks. Who is excited? Let me know in the chat. I'd love to hear who's interested, who's excited to see all of this. Without further ado, let me screen share my Mac. Let's have a look. Wonderful. Wonderful. So, we're going to begin with the MLH Prep portfolio site. So, as you can see here, we gave our fellows in the first week of the program the opportunity to improve this portfolio site. Now, it's all right. My handiwork here it's all right. I'll take a little bit of credit, but it doesn't do a lot. We've got each person in the pod. In this case, various people in the MLH team. On top of that, we have our projects as well, and you can click onto them, and it does kind of show you a little bit of what's going on here, right? But it's, not that fantastic. Does it work on different screen sizes? Well, not really, as you can see. And so we tasked the MLH fellows with a good number of issues. In fact, you can see a bunch of the ones that we suggested at the beginning. However, fellows are not limited to these. So really interesting opportunity here to see what fellows can, use their imaginations to create as well. So let's have a look to see what our 2 pods in the March program achieved over the last couple of weeks. So to begin with, we're going to have a look at the Reactive Raccoons. If you are part of the Reactive Raccoons, give us some noise in the chat. I would love to hear you all in there and learn a little bit more. So if you're part of the Reactive Raccoons, let us know. I can already spot a few of you here. Oh, if you put your mouse over the thing, you can see that there is a raccoon. We love to see it. Nice. So let's have a look. Obviously, people's email addresses are here, so I'm going to just skip past that. But look at these animations. Very, very nice. This is a really nice way of kind of showing that you've hovered over it. You can click on the email. Does that want me to email someone or not? I don't know. I don't think it does, which is not a bad thing. But you can click on that and yeah, very nice. We've got people's social media on here, their LinkedIn, their GitHub, and most importantly, their resume. Such a crucial part to helping you find a job. Really, really cool to see. Let me just move my microphone a little bit closer so I'm a little bit louder today. So here, if I click team, I like the fact that it scrolls the page, not just jumps. Very nice. And here with the projects look way nicer than when I did it, right? No images whatsoever. Whereas here, if I click on it, right, it looks very similar, but they have updated the logo here. You see, when I did it, I might have used the MLH Fellowship logo and not the prep one. So really good to see that's been updated. Ooh, a nice loading animation. I like that. We also have a leaderboard here, which shows the contributions made by various different fellows. We can see Samana, the pod leader here. They have done some things. Let's have a look to see what Samana got up to in the prep project. Probably lots of merge commits. Yeah, not a surprise. But we can see some fellows got really involved here, which is fantastic to see. And here we can also see how global the fellows are. So you can see how people are spread out all over the world, with some people based in Canada, some people based in the USA, as well as some people based over in India. So a really global pod. Oh, and someone based in Nigeria as well, kind of blended in with the map there with the icon. Is that Canada? Yeah, Canada as well. So really cool to see this on here. I love this footer. This footer is really clean. Being able to see the Instagrams for MLH. I love the little hover. The hover is such a nice addition. Whoever thought of that was great. And is this a dark mode I see? Very nice. Now, it is 5 o'clock here in the UK, which means that it's going to get dark quite soon, you see. If I was to just quickly put, where's display, onto dark mode. Ooh, if I give the page a refresh, does it know it's in dark mode? Unfortunately, it does not. But I like the fact that there's an easily accessible toggle that we can access as well. Very, very cool. If I click on blogs, it scrolls us down. This is very nice. And I like that everyone's face is on here as well. Really, really nice to see. So yeah, congratulations to the team here. Really like to see what this has done here. And I'm curious to see a little bit more about your project that you spent most of the program doing. I've been bamboozled. Anyway, are we all ready to see the project from the MLH23.march.prep.2 pod? Let's have a look. So again, similar vibe, but this is the JavaScript Jaguars. Really, really cool name. And as we can see here, everyone's face is at the top here, which is really cool to see. We've got a nice bit of orange accent here, a little bit of personalization, never hurt anyone. Really like this fade to the dark mode. Really nice transition. Again, everyone's details on here with the LinkedIn, Twitter, resume, and GitHub, as well as their location. And if you click on it, it will actually send you to a whole page about the fellow, which is really cool. Favorite programming language, and a back to home button. Really like this. This is a really nice design. I imagine that the blog looks similar. Yeah, and it's got the prep logo and a back to home button. I really like that. Here we have a pod stats page with all of the contributions from various fellows. Here we have 24 from Reggie. Yeah, from all over here. UT did not make the cut. Apologies, UT. Clearly, you didn't merge enough things in. We've also got the blog here as well. Wait a second. What was I just looking at? With images as well. So this is project. And then we also have a blog. Very, very cool. Very cool. And of course the map. Can I make the map bigger? Oh, I can indeed make the map bigger. Very cool. And we've got fellows all over the US. So like here we can see Victoria is based out of, I think that is South Carolina, but do correct me if I'm wrong. We've got some people over here. I want to say that's Texas, but again, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that Houston? I don't know. If I put it in map mode. Yeah, we can see if I'm right and wrong. That's North Carolina. Or is that South? Oh, it's just inside of Georgia. Just like you can almost breathe over the border for South Carolina. Got some people over here in Chicago, and vice versa. And we've got a few people over here. We've got someone over here in the UK, the best place in the world. I am slightly biased being British. We've also got someone over here. Is that in Egypt? I believe that is Egypt. Very, very cool. Very cool. And we've got a few people down here in Ethiopia as well as in Tanzania. Really cool to see this is a really global pod and that there's lots of people involved here. Savannah is beautiful. Where was Savannah? Is Savannah that place in Georgia? It is. Nice. Anyway, let's go back to the portfolio site. Oh, they've got a logo. Nice. Who said that you could have a logo? I didn't realize you were such a cool pod that you could get a logo. Very nice. Very nice. So I like this. Again, icons at the bottom here. I really like the sitemap. Really nice with the copyright as well. What does the contact us do? It doesn't do anything. Nice. Fair enough. Fair enough. Cool. Really, really cool. I'm just really, really liking this. These portfolio sites look so, so cool. You should all be so incredibly proud of yourselves for these portfolio sites. Really, 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 really cool and really, really impressive that you've managed to get all of these contributions done in such a short period of time. Like, if we just quickly go over to the fellowship GitHub and I search for... Oh, nearly punched my microphone over. Sorry for the noise there, folks. If I have a look at March Prep here, we can actually see right here that here folks have loads of different contributions involved with various folks as well. Lots of interesting sub-repositories as well. Ah, nice. Oh, I see, because you all forked and then it got merged in. Smart. Anyway, shall we have a look at our weather app? I've given you a bit of a spoiler there with the weather app. So we task fellows, right, with the task of creating a weather app. It doesn't have to be a weather app. This is what it does currently. It's got the prep logo. It's kind of clean. It says clouds. Feels like 5 degrees in New York of the city. Let's put London in. London, UK. It is 9 degrees. I can believe that. It is raining right now. Very much so in London. And it updates, it sends a request every single time I put a key press in, and you can actually see this in the console. Every single time I type something in, it sends another request, and you can actually see exactly what it's getting back. If I was to type in London, right, I'm getting back all of the information about London here. London is the place, the temperature is, the temperature is, feels like 9.39, but the temp's actually 10.225. Pressure, humidity, all that good stuff, right? However, every single time I send a request, I'm absolutely hammering the network here. And, you know, it's going to rate limit the API, which means that it won't actually get me the weather anymore, which is no help to anyone. So, you know, what can fellows do here? And as you can see, it doesn't scale fantastically for mobile either. It is not fantastic. If I make it responsive, I've seen better websites, let's put it that way. So, shall we have a look to see what the fellows have done to kind of alleviate this issue and the incredible stuff that they've done? So, these are the portfolio sites. Let's get rid of those out of the way. Let's have a look at the Raccoon Weather Hub. Now, this is going to tell you what you need to do to get... We're going to just quickly pull this off the screen to make sure I'm not about to DDoS myself or like reveal my location. And we absolutely 100% have revealed my location. So we're going to just update that and change that. Here we go. So here it got my location very accurately. So good effort on that. I don't feel like revealing that on the screen. But as we can see here in London, 10.5 degrees nearly, feels like 9.39. We've got the wind speed, humidity, all that stuff that we were just looking at in the console. We can actually see that without having to dive through the console. That's not particularly user-friendly, right? All of this useful weather information that was here, right? Clouds are in here. Where is the weather? Rain? Oh, here we go, Maine. Is there temperature in here? Where was the wind? Ah, wind is down here. Gusts of 14.4. I don't actually know what unit that would be. Hopefully they've worked it out here. Meters per second. That is a very, very windy day. But yeah, very, very cool. Here we got the air quality as well. Really, really cool to see that here. Especially with weather, food I should eat. So here's the thing, right? Like, that's really interesting about this is that with the weather app, right, I wanted fellows to not only provide you with the weather, but suggest what you should do. As you can tell from this background, it's raining in London at the moment, and that I should bring a coat. Now, if I say that I want to go out at, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night, it's going to be nice and sunny. Beautiful. And it's telling me that it's updating the forecast as well. There's also voice control, and I can't say I am not a little bit concerned about what that actually means. So we'll see what that is all about. We'll see what that is all about. Oh, it wants my microphone. Weather in Cambridge. I don't know if you heard that, but it spoke to me. Cambridge weather. It didn't actually update the location. Cambridge, UK. I can save locations too. Oh, stop talking to me. How do I save locations? Let me type London in. Like the autocomplete here as well. Really, really, like this is so much polished than this, right? Like, oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. It says React app still. It's so much more polished than this simple app that I created here. There's so much more going on here, right? We've also got music as well, if you're into tunes, different playlists, right? Really, really cool. We've also got boots. Items to bring. Wear some shoes. It's going to be cold. Get an umbrella because it's going to rain as I'm looking out my window at the rain. Really, really cool to see. Really cool to see. And here we can see the forecast over time as well, because we can see that this week it has been over the next week it's going to get colder and colder over here. We can also see a day forecast. So like today, it's nearly 6 o'clock and it's going to just get warmer as the day goes on tomorrow. Again, we've got those cool links as well. Very cool. We've got top headlines as well. Very cool indeed. Interesting. And then you just go back to the homepage with a nice loading logo. Very cool. Let's have a look at the other project. So I talked to UT, the pod leader, about this, and he kind of gave me some insight on how to use this. So let's here we go. So let's try not to go where I live. But I can select a time and say, I'm going to go out at 9 o'clock tomorrow. And here it's going to tell me all about the weather, all about the humidity and the temperature, wind speed and outside. Here, air quality, things I should carry. I love these little icons and how they blur the background when you select them. And down here, a wonderful map of London. What's this? OpenStreetMap? Very cool. But yeah, really like this. Can I click on these? I'm going to just try and break people's websites, you see, for a little while. If I change the time to 9 p.m, you can see it updates down here as well. Let me type in, give me some recommendations in the chat. Where should I have a look? Give me some weather locations as well. I would love to see that. New Jersey. Let's have a look at New Jersey. Mumbai. UT's already told me to look at Mumbai as well. Let's have a look at New Jersey. New Jersey. Ooh, we've got mountains in the background. Is that actually New Jersey? Yeah, that's New Jersey, I think. Yeah, nice. But yeah, we can see that New Jersey is currently kind of warm. The Maldives. Let's have a look at the Maldives. Maldives. Where are the Maldives? Are these islands in the middle of nowhere? They are in the, is that the Indian Ocean? I know my geography. Wade's told me to look at Savannah. Let's have a look. Looking nice and sunny. You're going to want some sun cream, especially if you're as pale as I am. You will burn yourself. Very nice. Cool. Yeah, I bet it's hot. What was the temperature? 25 degrees. Sheesh. That is very warm. Where else do people suggest? Haida. I don't know how you pronounce that. Somewhere in India. Where is this in India? Kind of in... Is that the south of India, would you say? Enlighten me. It's also very hot in India. Holy moly. What about Mumbai? Wowzers, that is hot. Also, are these pictures of the places? Like, what if I put New York City in? Oh no, it's just a city. I was like, is that Mumbai? Very cool. Very cool. Check if the on-change event on the input element is triggering the API. Cool. Let's have a look. Shall we have a look? Where is the on-change? This is assuming that Will can remember how to find stuff in JavaScript, React world. For those of you curious, that is the check if the on-change event of the input element triggers the API. What is the input element though? Is it the date element? I can't remember. I would assume it would be the text box. This text box. Ah, yes. You have to select. Let me stop this. You have to select a time. Data not available. Is that because it's in the past? Aha. I'm not sure what this map is trying to show me. If someone could maybe give me a kind of enlighten me in the comments of like what that's supposed to be showing, that would be super valuable. Oh, my music stopped. Hello, can people still hear me? Oh, it started again. Whew, panic over. Let's change the tunes. Wonderful. It feels like there's a few bugs that we still need to resolve with both of these projects, but I'm going to just take a moment to reflect, right? Wow, these are incredible. Can we just remind ourselves what we started with? This is what we started with, right? And now everything looks like this and this, right? They've come a long way. And if you're curious yourself and you're not part of MLH Prep, check out the repositories on GitHub. You can find them in the MLH Fellowship organization. You can check out a little bit more information about them. But wow, have you all done some incredible stuff? Not only have you learned some new technical skills, but you've been able to contribute to a huge project that's got constant changes happening to it. And let me know how many merge conflicts you've had. I'm sure you've bumped into a fair few of those as you've all been trying to change things at the same time. So crazy to see all of that sort of... This music is very strange. Let me change this. There we go. But like, just think of it, like you've learned how to collaborate in a team, you've learned how to assign issues, work in pairs, as well as merge them in. I saw all of those forks in GitHub as well from you all. Yeah, crazy. Lots of people are talking about merge conflicts. Yeah, I bet you that you've had a fair few of those. But here's the thing, right? The best way to learn how to deal with a merge conflict is by dealing with them. As sad as sad as it is, the more you figure, like you get your hands dirty and you learn, and you have to solve them yourself, the more you're going to learn how to do it more efficiently. Reading about them is going to make it not necessarily any easier until you start actually dealing with them yourself. So think of that as a positive, even if it was a bit of a headache at times. On top of that, in fact, I'm going to take away this. But yeah, merge conflicts, they're a pain, but you've learned something. And that's the thing, right? You've now equipped yourself with all of the skills that you need to, get yourself a job, get yourself into the 12-week program of the MLH Fellowship as well. You've got the soft skills and technical skills to make you very, very valuable. Now, we're going to start to wrap things up here. Thank you so much, everyone, for contributing to these projects. They're super valuable. And next steps now after prep, I'd recommend that you put these on your portfolio site, right? You maybe can make a portfolio site based off the pod one, put them on your resume, put them on your LinkedIn, show people these contributions that you've made because they're valuable, right? You've learned how to work in a team. It's a really valuable skill set. On top of that, I would encourage you to take a look at in the next few weeks, you'll get an email, probably next week, from us about applying to the 12-week program. As an MLH Prep Fellow, you will be fast-tracked, so you will be able to get an opportunity to get your place in the 12-week program. So keep an eye out for that. If you've already applied, don't worry, we will automatically tag you and make sure that you will get the same opportunity. But we encourage people to apply once the program has ended, because then they get the opportunity to talk about prep and all the amazing stuff they've done there. So again, congratulations to you all for finishing the program. It has been a busy 3 weeks, but yeah, here is the cool. Someone's getting the stats out for me. Prep fellows are 14 more likely to get into the fellowship, and it's true. When I'm sat here running our 12-week programs, there's a lot of familiar faces I see from prep in there, in all of our pods. So yeah, by doing prep, you have done a really impressive job there. So congratulations, everyone. You should all be super, super proud of yourselves. On that note, I'm super excited to see. I'm super excited to see that you're hopefully apply for the 12-week program. Someone says, I see that we have access to the MLH career portal. How can we access that? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. We have the MLH career lab and we have a bunch of career resources available in Discord. If you could just shoot us a message in Discord, I can have a chat with you to figure out what that means. But we don't have a career portal per se, but we definitely have some resources that we can send to help you out. But yeah, congratulations everyone. Really, really impressive stuff. I can't wait to hear about this. And you know, following this, I'd encourage you to go onto LinkedIn and write about your experiences, share them with the world. This helps increase visibility of the incredible stuff that you're doing, and hopefully some employers will spot this and find it very valuable. So that is all from me, folks. My name is Will, and I have been here for the MLH prep graduation. If you have any other thoughts, questions, comments about prep, you can always drop us a message on Discord, and also talk to your pod leaders, Mana and UT. I'll be back in just a few weeks with the April prep graduation and our 12-week program graduation for spring 2023. So if you're interested to learn about those, then stay tuned for that. But otherwise, thanks folks so much for coming, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Thanks folks. Bye.